What lessons can we draw here in our country from 24 years of local government tradition? First of all, personal contact with citizens remains central to our political system. Due to the size of our towns and cities, local councillors can know all of the residents in their locality almost on a first-name basis. This personalizes votes and to an extent puts locals closer to the decision-making table. There are difficulties to it. As a councillor, everyone is your neighbor, your friend, or a friend of your family. This can make it harder to take the necessary decisions needed for the common good of a town or a city, but also which might negatively affect the persons the councillors know closely. That is where the theme of this conference, Fit for the Future, slots in perfectly for our and other places' local governments. Today, through technology, we have learned that size does not matter, or it matters much less. Digital tools reach everyone in an equal and cost-effective manner. From measures of transparency such as live streaming of our local government meetings, which Malta introduced 4 years ago, to easier contact with local government services via access through your mobile phones. These are very small initiatives which give people direct access to their local government, while ensuring transparency and an open process. The future is a term that can be used vaguely in political speak. Here, however, we can talk concretely on how to improve the way local government can operate to improve people's lives. Using disruptive technologies effectively in local governance could be the next big thing. Malta is progressing steadily into becoming the blockchain center for Europe, swiftly taking steps to be amongst the first countries in the world to adopt a strategy on this important advancement that can strongly affect the way governments work. The Internet of Things, for example, can improve our lives in ways few imagined until some years ago. With so many cars on our small island, one challenge is to find parking spaces in our daily commute. Drivers will drive around localities aimlessly until they spot a space. One locality in Malta introduced a system which tells you where you can find an available parking spot much more easily. A small initiative, true, but it saves commuters time and the locality has significantly less traffic. I can go on about new technologies, on how technologies of the future can be put to good use for our citizens. However, I am certain that this conference, through the excellent speakers in the various panels, will have the opportunity to discuss this later on. Local democracy is also about opening democracy to as many citizens as possible. I am pleased that Malta was among the first countries globally to lower the voting age for local council elections to 16 years of age. Voting is participation in democratic processes that makes democracy alive, and the reason why we want our young adults who want to be part of the service of our community to also now take the plunge and contest as candidates in local council elections, even at the young age of 16. Young people are not only the future, but can also be the present, by allowing them to be the decision makers at the various levels of our democracy. In Malta, we will keep investing an important amount of funds into local government. This year, local councils received a 9% increase in their budget allocation. This is the largest increase in Maltese local council history. This comes on the back of government's commitment to fund the repair and rebuilding of all of our country's roads through central government. Finally, we can talk for days about big ideas for local governments, but we would be missing the very reason for the existence of local governments if you do not keep families and businesses in our localities at the very center of decision-making. Your job, our job, is to improve the lives of people through decisions that affect their everyday lives. My advice to this conference is to think big, think about the future, by never losing sight of the very reason why local governments exist, and that is to strengthen our communities. Thank you, and may you have a productive conference here in Malta.